Please use that chat function to ask us any questions, and we'll go over this throughout the presentation as well. But we can see any questions or messages that you might have. So please do let us know what you're thinking, what questions you need answered, so we can make sure we're answering them throughout the presentation. Well, it's 11 a.m. We've got 15 people logged in, so I think we'll go ahead and get started just to be respectful of everyone's time. Today, our webinar topic is on our virtual training solutions, and we are the virtual training solutions team. My name is Jennifer Erickson, and I am our LMS lead. I'm also a field safety associate. I've been in the construction industry for over 12 years, both in residential and commercial. I'm active with our local NAWIC, which is a Women in Construction Group chapter. And I'm really passionate about training and making sure we have solutions for our clients to provide the best tools and resources for everyone.
Hello, and I'm Kelli Chromey, and I am the LMS coordinator as well as an e-learning developer. So basically what that means is I handle everything LMS related in the behind the scenes. And then I also develop our courses for any sort of e-learnings. And those are the ones that are not just videos, but more interactive and engaging, something we're moving towards. And as the industry as a whole as well. And I've been in the education field for over a decade, and here I am today. So your involvement is important. We do have a couple of polls throughout. And so if you can make sure that you enter any questions directly into the chat, and I'll help you answer those throughout. And then we will provide our email addresses at the end for any one-on-one conversations you might want to have. And then also involve yourselves in our polls. And then a video presentation of this will be on our website within a couple of days.
So one of the reasons we've developed this tool is part of our 5 C's of safety, and that's part of building a safety culture and a commitment to safety. And we have a book that we live our safety lives through, and that our owners, Tim Sheehan and Chris Naylor, have written. But part of how we and why we've developed the learning management system is so that we can help our clients and people who need help stay in compliance with any of the regulations that they might be needing to follow, especially with a training perspective. And we'll talk about that throughout. But the learning management system is really a tool, and training is a tool to help even with the culture and saving costs or managing your costs in how you are delivering safety and safety training in particular. So take a look at this, and this is what we're covering, but also our book is available on Amazon. So please do take a look at that as well.
So today we're going to be going over 3 important parts. We're going to be talking about a learning management system, or an LMS, that we've been talking about. We're going to talk about what an LMS means in safety, and then our OECS virtual training solutions to the LMS. So first off, what is an LMS? Well, it's a learning management system, and it's an online software system. And so there's no downloading of any sort of software. It's right on your computer through a website. And basically it administers or delivers training online, and it has other learning activities, knowledge checks, as well as those e-learnings like I talked about, which are a little bit of watching, a little reading, and then doing some sort of activity. And then one of the best features, it also has online record keeping, which we'll talk about a little bit more in the future here. So a growing number of companies are using an LMS. Data analysis and market share report that 40% of the Fortune 500 companies are using an LMS. So what does that mean? That means people are using online training to have their employees be engaged in getting the training they need. And now it's not just safety training. Some companies might use it for their HR compliance training as well. And e-learnings are things that are trainings that are happening quickly and are really moving up. 83% of Gen Z learners are engaged in e-learnings and are performing a lot better because of them. People are using e-learnings in LMSs as early as middle school. you'll see that all colleges have now moved to them as well. And so it definitely is something that is going to continue to build and to grow. It's not going anywhere. And then it automates that employee training. So it makes it a lot easier to get everyone trained without having to have everyone involved in the room at the same time. And that's one of the benefits is you can make sure if an employee cannot get to training on a certain day, they can still get the training that they need without having to be there. So is your current company using an LMS, whether it is for HR compliance or for safety? Sorry about that.
Get that poll up.
There we go. Okay. Feel free to answer. We'll give you a couple of seconds here. So again, is your company currently using an LMS? Yes or no? Just a few more seconds here. We got some more people answering. All right, so it looks like the majority of people are not currently using an LMS, and that's great. So you can learn more about it through this webinar. And those of you that are using it, maybe you'll start using it for safety training or hopefully gain some more knowledge through this. So I'm going to hand it over to Jennifer, and she's going to be talking about how you can use an LMS and how it goes hand in hand with safety.
Yeah, so with this part of our training, we truly believe and have learned over the past couple of years that training in person isn't always the best option. We can't always do it. I think through 2020, we've all determined that we need to be flexible and find new ways to make sure we're delivering training and being in compliance with what the requirements are. So we've developed this tool because we can have it to make sure that we're in compliance. We have used this tool for a variety of options for our clients. You can see here with that development, we can build our coursework. We have used our own training. We've created custom training for clients. It helps us also to import if you have training you're already doing. Some of you were on a learning management system, or you probably already have some training resources. We can incorporate that into this platform. A lot of courseware is out there. So even some of the platforms that we work with have different topics that we can utilize for training. Some examples are security, computer security, or workplace harassment trainings, HR topics that are fairly standard, but give us a good baseline of information. And then even we can look specifically at different roles a company might have, different skills they want someone to know or need. And if there's specific safety training that a different role in an organization might need, we can make sure that we're customizing it. We're making sure people are getting the training they need based on their role or the location in the country or within that company. And the other thing that we have been finding very helpful is that it can help update any new information that might be coming out. Things change all the time. New regulations come out, new additions to a regulation might happen, and we can update our training really quickly that way, get new information out there, have different resources like PDFs or a quick little video that people can watch to make sure that they are on top of the most recent information. The other way that this learning management system and our training on demand system helps us with what our clients need is delivering that safety training. So as I mentioned, and as everyone has experienced, we need to be flexible. We need to find ways to deliver training when one of us can't be in person sometimes. So this also has been really great in, hey, I've got a new person and they need to get some new training, or we want them to have the same training everyone else has. We can use that for our platform for that reason. We can also, as we talked about with the specific jobs or skills, assign different coursework, different specific topics for someone. And then this also provides that consistent message of our OECS training and how we deliver it, making sure everyone's getting the same information. And then even how people share their information. What we're trying to use our subject matter experts to deliver our training and find the best person to deliver and record our trainings. And so that really can get you the best person, the best knowledge, and in one place. And then, as Kelly mentioned, one of the reasons learning management systems are so important is the record keeping and administration of records. And that's a critical part of compliance, is making sure we're tracking and knowing when something happens. And if we don't write it down, it never occurred. And so one of the things that this platform is really helping us with is record keeping of training. We can do that in a variety of ways, and we'll show you how here in a little bit. But we're also using this to issue completion certificates for certain courses. This is something our clients can choose if they want. Some clients decide, hey, I want a certificate of completion for every single module that my people are completing. And that can help build into reward systems as companies develop or utilize safety rewards, that hey, when they complete all of their training, they get this. We're working to make sure everyone is completing their training, and so everyone gets a day off or whatever it might be, that how people are ensuring safety training is happening. But then it is an easy place to find your records. We can find them by people, we can find them by course. It's a quick way to get that information when and if you need it. And then we also have a great way to help report when that training is happening. If it happened in person or if it happened on the learning management system, it can be reported to anyone in a company that might need that information, might need confirmation that training has occurred. So now we'll talk about our specific solutions and how we're using this platform. We've talked a little bit about it throughout, but how these virtual solutions are being utilized right now by our clients. So we call our platform Training on Demand because it really is a tool for our clients to use as they need. And our clients are using it in a variety of ways. So not one single company who's using the platform is using it in the same way. And some of that is used to augment what already has happened, what they might already be doing in person with us or on their own. And so that just is, again, confirming knowledge, making sure people understand what that topic is and how important that topic might be. Others are using it for missed training. We're never going to have 100% of people in an in-person training. There's vacations, there's sickness, there's reasons and meetings and busyness. This platform is really easy to make sure everyone is getting that training, whether it's in person or they're doing it later on the platform, and we can record keep and make sure that everyone is in that system as complete with that training. New hires, we have a lot of companies who are using it as new hire training, and they're using it in a way that is providing them with the same information that they're getting maybe in person, or we're making sure we're covering very specific information for their facility that they want to make sure their new hires know. And what we're working really hard on is to make sure that it is easy to digest and that it's easily learned. And that's where Kelly's really working on developing that content to make sure that person knows that information. They can go and implement that and know that when they go out on the shop floor or out to their job site. As we've talked about, and as Kelly will talk about here later, reporting expiration dates, when do they need to redo a topic like forklift certification that needs to expire every 3 years. We can track that in our system and re-enroll people to make sure that they're getting that training as needed. And then we have some other clients who are using it to make sure that their people don't have to come into town to train. We have a lot of clients who have job sites all over our Midwest area, all over the country, and they can standardize their training, but have everyone complete it no matter where they're at. As Kelli said, this is web-based. You just need to be able to get online to access our training, and that can happen from anywhere. The other thing that we've really found helpful, and I think our clients have really liked, is that it does increase engagement. People have to watch a full video. They have to click the links in an e-learning or flip over the flashcards. They have to engage. And so we can see that, and we can also see the results of that from our knowledge checks and confirming that people understand the information that we are delivering to them. And we've got the results of that. They can't pass, they can't complete a course until they pass at a certain level. So we're making sure that they've got the information they need to be as safe as possible in their work environments. And then one of the best things that I think we've been working really hard on is having our content translated into Spanish. So we've got great resources there. We've got the bulk of our basic courses translated into Spanish, and that can be a great tool, something that a lot of our clients are utilizing to say, I have people who speak Spanish, we're doing training in person, but I want to make sure that our Spanish speakers are actually understanding it and getting the same information. We've got the tools to make that happen. And that is very powerful. It's making sure that those people, everyone in your facility, has got the best information. We just are at Spanish right now. As you might need other languages, please let us know. And if we have enough demand, it will be something we absolutely consider. Spanish has been the biggest demand that we have had, but it really does help our clients provide that training to their Spanish speaking people.
All right, so we have another poll, and that is, could your company or you use any help keeping track of training records?
Get that live here in just a second, launching it now. Give everyone a few seconds here to answer. Those answers are coming in. And again, as we're waiting, just a reminder, if you have any questions, concerns, thoughts, please do put them in the chat so we can answer them live.
The chat may not be working. I think I got it fixed, but
good to know.
So let's share these results here. So it looks like 56% of people do not need any help, and that's great that you are on top of your record keeping. For the 44% who need some help, that's what we'll discuss next. So record keeping, what happens with the platform is it really takes the work out of keeping training records up to date. And so the platform will automatically track any training. When somebody completes a course, it'll mark it completed, and then it'll give the date and the time they completed that course. If somebody is in progress, they will show that progress to how far they are, and you can see who is taking the training and who's not. On the screen here, we just have a quick example of some. You'll get a report every single month from us showing basically what's on the screen here. So it'll say the employee's first and last name, how many courses they've been assigned, how many courses they completed, which courses they have, and those completion dates. If it's blank, they simply haven't completed it. However, you are more than welcome to run a report at any time. If you wanted to do it daily, weekly, quarterly, you can do that, but you will absolutely always get from us at least once a month a report on your company's training and where everybody is at. And the other cool benefit too of this is even if you have in-person training still, like a little hybrid model, we can also keep track of that. So I would just need a roster, and then we can input everybody who has attended that in-person training. And then those who haven't, who need the online training, then can take it online. And so you don't have your training for in-person over here and your online over here. It is in one quick database that you can simply pull up at any time.
One of the great tools I think that we offer and that people like to have as that resource and that tool.
And one quick question that we had here from the people in the attendance: how often can you get the reporting? Like I said, we send it monthly, but you are more than welcome. We can show you how to get your own reporting, and you can do that as often as you want. And yes, it is OSHA compliant.
Absolutely. So why we wanted to do this webinar was, one, to show that we have a great tool that can help you be in compliance, so we can help our clients help people achieve their safety goals. So it gives that standard operating procedure that we're delivering training in the same way, whether it's in person, online, or a combination of both. And then, as we've stated throughout, it makes sure that people are trained properly. We are confirming that they know the information, the high points. What are we trying to accomplish? What are the objectives of a course? And we're making sure we're asking questions to make sure they understand those objectives. And training really is critical in how you build your safety culture and getting everyone on that same page, making sure they have the same information and they're all working together to have a safe work environment. And that's where having that missed training and that everyone can have that same information is a truly big benefit. We're working really hard to make sure our training is interesting. It helps adults learn. We're making sure that it's engaging, and we are customizing it as well. So there's options there that we're working on, but also depending on your needs, we can customize training for you, for your requirements, and what you might need to have happen for your facility there. Anything to add on what we can do for our clients?
Yeah, I think you really hit it when we said we're trying to make the training engaging. And so it's not going to be the same training every single year in and year out, right? We're going to make it different. We're going to make it, updated if we need to for new rules or regulations. And then, talking a little bit more about that e-learning too, where they're not just sitting in front of a computer screen watching a video. They're engaging with the material. They're reading it. They're putting things into, different departments. They are reading vocabulary, and they're understanding and engaging with the material. And again, they do need to pass the knowledge checks in order to go any further into the course. And most of those are at 80%. And so that your employees are walking away knowing the information, and you can feel good when they're out at their job site or on the floor working that they have been trained.
Absolutely. So at this point, we've given our information. We would like to have you guys rate this webinar, the information that you've received, and also give us some idea of what other information you would like, what questions you might have. Next slide, we'll have our contact information, but what do you need from a learning management system? What questions might you have that we can answer now, or see what we can create and develop for you?
All right, so it looks like we have one question so far. And again, we welcome all the questions we can. Jennifer, if you want to talk about the cost a little bit, we can do that.
Sure, absolutely. So we have a variety of packages that we have developed depending on your needs. They range anywhere from $279 a month all the way up to, if you have a lot of employees and need a lot of a custom content to $979 a month. But everything is customizable in the packages that you might have. So we've got a variety of range. If you just need basic compliance and have 1 to 30 users, we can do that for $179 a month. If you have 150 users and you want very specific custom content for your people, then we are going to be more in that range of $979 per month. It's something we want to talk through, and we find the best solution for you, and we make and determine what will work best. It's not necessarily one size fits all, but it's a guideline for us to figure out how we can benefit you, how we can make sure that that works for you, and that we're delivering the best resources for you. but good question.
On OECS comply.com on our website, you can find a quick snapshot of our pricing, and you can always email Jennifer and I as well, and we can send you that information. We have another question here is, can we set up a separate meeting to get a live demo of what the training looks like? Absolutely. I'm happy to help you with that. My email is on the screen. It's Kelli, Kelli, at OECScomply.com. Or you can always give me a call as well, and we can set up a time that works for you. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes, but we'll walk through the platform and we'll look at it in a couple different views, what it looks like as a user, so what they see. And then also as an administrator, so that back end side, so looking at the reporting a little bit more and that kind of stuff, so you can really see what the platform entails. And then we'll give you some snapshots too of some trainings, and we can do both a video and then that e-learning as well, so you can get a whole well-rounded snapshot demonstration of it.
And that was a great question to ask, because that is absolutely part of our process. We want you to see the platform, experience the platform. We want to answer any of your questions. And we have some questions too on how do you want to use it? How can we integrate into your systems? We've got a lot of options, and we want to make sure that it's working for you and your employees. Just a few quick administrative things. We can do it with just a first name and a last name of your employee. We prefer email addresses just so that we can send notifications on training needs to be completed, but emails are not required, and that can be a great tool if people don't have email addresses for their people to access. But we want to know your people, we want to know the courses that you need, and we can get going with that. But we do absolutely want to set up one-on-one meetings with anyone who is interested to make sure that we're proposing the best package for you and making sure we're getting the right material for you lined up.
All right, next question. Do you update the training content?
We've got a good process in evaluating our training content, and we make sure that it's up to our high standards, and that as any information changes, we're making sure that that gets updated. But we try, as we do with our in-person training, updating our content, updating how we're delivering training every year. We're going to be looking at that. And as our clients are using the platform year after year, they would not repeat unnecessarily or have a repetitive nature of that training. So yes, we update the training content. We'll make sure that people get it in a little different manner, that they're hearing it in a different way, so that, again, we're learning and we're making sure people understand the information.
All right, we have another great question here. Does this work on cell phones? Absolutely. All of our content is able to work on a cell phone, a laptop, or a tablet, or a personal computer as well. And so, even our e-learnings are meant for the small screen of a cell phone. And so as long as you have an internet connection to that device, you can take the training.
Mm-hmm. Great question.
What other questions do we have out there?
Yeah, good one. Stump us.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited to see the interest. Please do send us emails if you're interested. If you have an OECS Field Safety Associate, please feel free to talk to them as well. But as Kelli mentioned, our information is also up on the website. We've got lists of our topics there too, so you can see a lot of the information that we do provide. But with a custom package, we're happy to add some of your training content that you might need, work with you on that piece. So it can be pretty much anything you might need to have that learning management system be. We're pretty proud of it.
A lot of work has gone into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just wait. Any last questions? Thank you, Donnie.
Donnie said that
good information. So we're glad we can provide this information. We hope this has been helpful. The LMS is something we're really proud of and we pride ourselves on as a company. It's to me, not like any other LMS that I've used. Our content, is all quality. One thing we get a lot of compliments on is that our training is done by our associates. And that is something that people love. So it's not an actor or an actress out there. It's not somebody we hired. It is all done in-house by our associates. It is our information that they are getting.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. And that I think definitely sets us apart. We are OECS and we make sure we're representing ourselves in that manner and we're in control of that content. So thanks, Donnie. And good, Dale. I'm glad you think it's very valuable. We do have Spanish content. Yep, we just had a question come in. So we do what we call our core basic compliance courses are all translated into Spanish, and both our PowerPoint and the voiceover is in Spanish. So they're getting all of that information in that manner. And then we do have some other very popular topics that more and more companies need translated into Spanish. So it's a great tool. We have a few clients who are using it for their Spanish speakers. That's the only reason they have the platform. And then others will have both English and Spanish content. So that is one of the questions that we ask if that's what you need, so we can make sure we're developing a proposal and getting you the right content and tools for your people.
And we're always adding Spanish content. We try to add a couple a month. And so those are getting added, but like Jennifer said, all of our basic, core plus or core basic training is done in Spanish.
Yes. Give it a few more minutes for any other questions. Please do send them or feel free to email us. And then, like I said, our contact information is, or the information is on the website as well. Our emails are here, and feel free to reach out to OECS as well if you don't have a chance to get our information down, to reach out and ask any questions or ask questions of your field associate. All right. Well, we haven't had a question come in for a minute. We'll leave it here. We will have this, the presentation recording on our website, but Jen, yeah, I can send you a copy of this presentation, no problem. Absolutely.
Just give us a couple of days to get it ready for you, and then we'll have Jennifer send that out. And then again, it'll be on our website as well, that you can watch it.
Yep, absolutely. Well, thank you so much to everyone. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. And yes, we will get information sent out to people who would like it. So thank you for your attention. We'll stay on here for a few more minutes. Feel free to keep sending us questions, and thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Good question. I don't believe we did not get this approved for continuing education credits. It does not apply for that type of information learning. So good question. This is one of the few that we don't have a certificate for.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, thanks everyone. Thanks
you
for joining. We'll hang out here just for a few more minutes, but a few more seconds, and we'll let everyone get back to their day.